is your love and relationship reading for December 2018, the last month of the year. So shuffling the cards. Going to cut and let's see what's going on as we head into 2019. Your first card is a Seven of Pentacles. You have a Knight of Pentacles, a King of Cups, you have a King of Wands. So we have some kings here with a Knight. Lots of action. You have a Six of Swords reversed. And of course, you are, swords represent air, and you are an air sign. This is Temperance. You have a Two of Cups, a Nine of Wands, an Eight of Swords, and that is it until I pull the last card, which is the Outcome card, which sort of ties everything together. Now, let me focus on two particular cards here for you that are telling me what's going on in a relationship. You have a Six of Swords, which is reversed. And I like this card because it actually has all the elements in it. It has the swords. It also has the wand. You'll notice that he has the oar here. And he's rowing with it. He also is in the boat, which is made out of wood, which is earth. And then he's sailing. He's rowing on the water. And the water is represents your emotions. And so the Six of Swords is important here because the swords are in the boat. And it's almost as if the swords are plugging up holes in the boat so that the boat can stay afloat. And this is about healing. The Six of Swords can mean physical travel over water. But the more dominant impression here is that this is about emotional healing, getting to a better place emotionally. You're traveling over your emotions, but you're also using the swords to keep the boat afloat. And you know, you're troubled. You're trying to sort things out, and you might feel overwhelmed, but it's an important journey that you have to take emotionally. Okay, now this is not reversed, it's reversed for you. And so when it's reversed, you're not going anywhere. There's no travel, there's no progress. Maybe you are trying to make progress. Maybe you are trying to sort out your emotions and heal and maybe move forward in a relationship. But sometimes it can mean short-term improvement. Progress is very slow. And so when it's next to Temperance, this is a good card to be that's next to the Six of Swords because you also have the cups that are healing here. Now I know some of you are like, get to the point here. The general theme, the overall message from the Oracle about your relationship is that in December there's going to be stops and starts with this relationship, especially if you are new or just dating someone. You know, it feels like progress is very slow, that you want to get to a more committed relationship, you want to take it to the next level. But with this particular person, it'll feel like progress is slow, and it will almost feel like there's going to be a setback in the relationship in December, where you thought, I thought we were going to get there. I've been waiting for so long, because you do have that Seven of Pentacles, and it feels as if, you're approaching New Year's Eve. You're thinking about, are we going to go out? Are we going to be together? And it feels as if there's going to be just some setbacks, but not big setbacks. It just means that it feels as if things will slow down. And maybe some of you Geminis, especially with the sword showing up here, you're thinking, what will happen? Especially, like I said, if this is a new relationship, maybe some of you are feeling that maybe this will be it. This will be the one you're connected to, and that's very possible, because you do have that Two of Cups there. But I feel like the Oracle is saying, yeah, you've been patient for a while. You've been waiting to move forward in the relationship, and there have been some obstacles in the way. And so I feel like the Oracle is saying, be patient just for a little while. Don't get caught up in what your expectations are. You'll have a lot less stress. Temperance. You'll have a lot less stress if you don't keep thinking about what your expectations are, where you want to be in a relationship. Let nature take its course. So those are the two cards that I just want to take time to explain. Of course, Temperance is about emotional balance. And I feel like December, it's going to be about you releasing your expectations and not being frustrated at the pace of the relationship. And if you are in a long-term relationship with someone, once again, some of you might be expecting engagement. Some of you might be reflecting, where is the relationship now? We've been together for so long. So yes, the dominant theme here is being patient, writing it out, so to speak. But that Six of Swords in the middle, which is the root of the issue as far as your relationship, is maybe a lot of frustration for some of you right now, especially during the holiday season. Now, I'm going to move up here. What are going to be the past influences on December, especially as far as the feelings and thoughts of your love interest? Well, once again, very slow moving, which I think is frustrating for some of you Geminis. This Seven of Pentacles, of course, is the card of waiting. Okay, and maybe waiting a long time. This person is taking their time here, because then you have a Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are slow because they represent Earth. Earth barely moves. And it's a solid foundation, by the way. Earth addresses the physical aspects of, it addresses the physical, the practical. It also addresses money, the concrete things in our lives. So I kind of feel like, is this person ever going to get here? And I feel like this person is starting to open up emotionally. I feel like this King of Cups, you see this Knight of Pentacles writing slow, 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 keeping you waiting. And they're getting to this King of Cups to where they're starting to go through a shift here, an emotional shift. And then it's followed by the King of Wands. Now, kings are important because kings are active, compared to queens. And I know this sounds a little sexist, but the traditional interpretation of tarot is that kings are the more active, queens are passive. And so kings sort of get the ball rolling. They make decisions. They take action. And so I feel like there's going to be a lot of passion with your love interests. They'll, lots of passion and intimacy and being together, hearts on fire. But it feels as if, some of you might be attached to someone who tends to burn quick and then cool down. But I do feel with these two kings that there's definitely a more active shift in the relationship, where if you've been waiting, and then things start to heat up a little bit of emotional openness, and maybe some of that openness is coming from you. Water and fire, cups represent water, the wands represent fire. Um, So, yeah, a lot of hot and cold here, and it could mean that some of you and your partner kind of mismatch. You want more of a deeper emotional commitment, and your partner is all about the fire and passion, and fire can burn out quickly. Um, if it's not anchored and if it's not grounded. And so, holidays, passion ignites, and temperance, things have stopped and started. I think you need to just take this Six of Swords reversed on board, that this is short-term progress. um, your love interest might be very interested and love being with you, and you're lulled into that false sense of security. But then once again, just when it feels like you're right at the edge of going to that next level, breaking down the door, engagement or marriage, or going to that next step. So we head into the future here, that Two of Cups, that emotional commitment, that falling in love, that opening up. But then the Oracle says, be very careful here. More fire here, that's corresponding to the King of Wands. This is Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about being vigilant, being prepared for another battle. And so the story that's unfolding here, and when I say story, I mean what your narrative experiences in this reading. Um, if you do have this partner that blows hot and then disappears or cool down, and during the holidays they get very sentimental, I feel like you two will enter this emotional shift where it feels like you're getting closer, and it feels like, oh, this is it. It's finally going to happen. This Nine of Wands is sort of like a warning. Don't get your hopes up too much. Just keep it nice and chill and easy going, and just be on alert for your partner to pull a disappearing act, because now you have that Eight of Swords here. And this Eight of Swords is about being confused, being insecure, and that's pretty much the dominant impression I'm getting, that your partners are going to pull close, right? Um, that water energy is pulling them closer, but it's short term. It's not going to last very long. They're going to get scared, a little skittish, and they're going to leave you. You might overact to that. Maybe you shouldn't. I feel like the tarot is giving you a little bit of a warning here with this Nine of Wands, the confusion, that hot energy blowing over, that passion. And I feel like the Oracle is sort of like, just hold your horses, because they want to be with you, they're attracted to you, they have a connection with you, but just be aware. You're ready to move forward, but you got to pace yourself, and just remain patient, and don't overreact. And sometimes during the holidays, when people pull a fast one, or your partner might pull away out of fear or confusion, or things are going too fast, I need to pull back. So the general impression I'm getting is, don't get too frustrated. Just make sure you rein it back in. Um, and I know that you've been waiting for so long. Oops, and a card just fell out. But don't set your expectations too high. Okay. So the card that fell out was the Tower, and this can be a disappointing card, because the Tower usually means starting over, an unexpected event, that sort of comes out of nowhere and blindsides you. And I think that maybe this is what the oracle is warning you. Now, I don't want you to freak out about this because sometimes the tower is needed. The tower clears away things that are not for your highest good. Sometimes the tower is, you can see the tower as a little bit of house cleaning. Okay. Sometimes it's a shocking revelation that you didn't know, and it'll change everything. It'll change the relationship. Sometimes it can mean secrets are uncovered. But the important thing is that it's a change that needed to happen, and the tower does get rid of spiritual blocks or obstacles that, once again, remember what I said about that Six of Swords reverse, that there's slow progress, things keep getting in the way of the relationship. I feel like things might be coming to a head this holiday season where there's emotional closeness and intimacy, and you think this is it, we're going to be together forever, and then for some reason your partner acts out. There's some upheaval and there's reevaluation, but it's going to bring some kind of dramatic change that's going to put you in a better place. And I promise you this, if you're looking at this and you're like, damn it, why did this card have to show up? Some of you are, if you haven't turned off the video yet already, just know that on the other side of the tower, you always feel better. You didn't like it when it was happening, this upheaval or change, but the tower will always, one, it'll clean house of all the spiritual things that are not, all the things that are in the way of spiritual growth. And then two, after cleaning house, the tower will leave you in a better position, or leave the relationship better than it was before the tower came along. So, yeah, as I said, it feels as if, Geminis, you've been waiting for that moment, and your hopes are getting up this holiday season. And then once again, the oracle is saying, be careful, because this person might pull a fast one. But whatever comes out of this situation, whatever your partner does, it's going to bring to a head certain issues that needed to be taken care of and resolved so that you two can move forward. Because that Two of Cups is there for a reason. Okay, there is an emotional bond, and it feels as if some of you are attached to partners where your partners are kind of skittish, back and forth. Opening up emotionally. Okay, so that was your reading. And stay tuned, because 2019 yearly predictions are coming up for all astrological signs. This is just a general reading, love, career, whatever. The 2019 readings are just to get a sense of anything that's going to be happening in your life next year that might be significant. And after the end of this video, you also have an opportunity to click the video for 2018. That playlist is still up on my YouTube channel. So for all of you new subscribers or new people, if you want to check out what I said last year for 2018 and see if your notes compare to what I said, feel free to do that. And I love hearing from people who say, oh, I looked at your 2018 predictions for my sign, and everything you said happened. So feel free to check that out. And 2019 is coming up, as I said, in another week. So stay tuned for that. And as always, I want to thank all of my subscribers and all the people who've become my regular customers getting readings from me. Some of you have emailed me such lovely notes, how much the readings have meant to you throughout the year, and So many of you are in a much better place. Some of you have been getting readings from me for like 3 years. And the journey that you've taken, where you are now from when you once started, has changed so much. Um, so I'm so happy to hear that, and I look forward to another year of giving these readings. So, as I said, check out what I said last year for 2018, and 2019 will be coming up pretty soon. So I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Um, I hope you're experiencing love within and love without. And regardless of what's happening with your partners, make sure that you're good to yourself and that you're spending the holidays with people that you love and people who love you. That's most important. I wish you love and light, and I'll see you